and my ass is my worst personality trait.
I'm Georgia, and I'm a woman because Shania Twain really has spoken to me.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm a woman because if I wasn't, my parents would have named me Justin.
Hi, I'm Sophia, and I'm a woman because I know Victoria's Secret.
Hi, I'm Charlie, and I'm a woman because a doctor looked at my baby vagina and decided I was.
Yeah!
Hi, I'm Kyla, and I'm a woman because...
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I'm a woman because I'm allergic to nuts.
I'm Kenzie, and I'm a woman because I want to grow up to be an old cat lady, and that doesn't really work if I was a guy.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gabriela, Gabby for short, and I'm a woman because I call my boyfriend Papi.
Hi guys, I'm a woman. My name is Megan, and I'm a woman because I get paid less.
Hi, my name's Sarah, and I'm a woman because I like to watch Lumberjacks Lumber.
Hi, my name's Ashley, and I'm a woman because I'm the motherfucking president.
All right, so this show we know has a bizarre title. However, it has a lot of significance to us. Last year's, we wanted to explain it to you guys because it literally makes no fucking sense. So last semester, we were having our interest meeting, and unfortunately, I put on the flyers comedy club interest meeting, not comedy club interest meeting for vaginas. So a man walked in, and I whipped around and said, "What are you doing here?" And he said, "I'm here for comedy." And I said, "This is only for women." And he said, "What? Women?" And then just left. He just left. No explanation. So that's kind of encompassed a lot of what we've been talking about, and we've really been meaning to do a show under this title for a while. So thank you guys so much for coming out. There will be a Starbucks gift card drawing after the show, so stick around. We all want it. I bought it, and now I have to give it to you. So stick around if you can make it through it, and there will be a drawing. We'll also be using some of your scenes that you wrote when you came in one of our games, so that's really exciting. Thank you so much. The press conference, right? Yeah. The first game we'll be playing is press conference, and that is going to be for Kenzie, first off, but all of our members are going to join you guys in the audience because we're going to be... Okay, so guys, talking wasn't involved. Just sit down. So we're gonna be. You can go. You're good. Yeah. So we're gonna be playing this game called Press Conference. Kenzie is going to have been someone like with an identity, and also have done something bad. You guys are going to probe her about questions, and our lovely scattered members throughout the audience will be here to help you. The thing is that you want to allude to what she is and what she did. You don't want to actually tell her about it because it is funny to watch her flounder. So, can I get something that you'd really like to see on a train? Yes, Sarah?
A mummy.
Hot chocolate.
A hot chocolate.
Mummy,
Baby. Will Smith.
So we're gonna have to like keep it down because they can hear.
Zendaya.
Kenzie knows nothing about pop culture, so we can't go with Tom Holland.
Beyonce.
Stop saying pop.
I don't even know if she can get Beyonce.
She likes stuff from Love.
I like hot chocolate.
Breakdancing.
Yes, she's a breakdancer who stole hot chocolate. Yes.
She did a flash mob.
Okay, she did a breakdancing flash mob. And also stole hot chocolate. This is rough. This is usually so much easier. Megan.
Spider-Man.
She was Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I think she could get Spider-Man. And let's do she stole hot chocolate.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Megan, go.
Why is it that? Could you repeat what she
all right, right, welcome back, Kenzie. Get ready to repent for your sins.
Oh yeah, I sin a lot.
We're gonna yield some questions from the audience. Yes, in the back.
Hi, Megan from SHIELD. Do you understand the implications of what you just done?
Yes, it was traumatic for me too. Yeah.
Hi, J. Jonah Jameson from the Daily Bugle. Would you say that you did what you did because it was really, really cold outside?
Yeah, I really wanted to turn up the heat. Yeah.
Yes, hi, that bitch from over there. And I was just wondering why you decided to take the brown cocaine.
Yeah, I think the drug market needs more amping up, so I decided to fundraise that. Yes.
Hi, I was just wondering, was Tom Hanks involved in the crime?
Yes. So Tom Hanks, yes, he was very helpful.
Hi, Annie, Little Orphan. Are you in any way concerned when you swing around the way you do that you might fall one day?
Yes, falling is a real danger when you're foraging checks. I just don't want to lose my finances. Okay, cool. Yes.
Sarah from My Special Blog.
Mm.
Did you use your special abilities to get the good kush?
Yes, I did. I used my power of bringing up the heat. Yes, Megan.
Okay, Tom from Poland.
Yes.
Does Santa Claus know what you've done?
Oh, when I murdered Jack Frost. Yes.
Hi, Zendaya from Vogue. And I was just wondering how you feel about the Broadway musical that totally ruined everyone's lives. She'll get it.
You have a lot of faith in what I will get.
Hi, John Doe, Witness Protection. I'm sorry.
Okay, yes.
Peter from What Slingers. So I was wondering, were you trying to get warmed on this warm treat?
As an Avengers superhero, I decided to raise, global warming and make it happen faster. Is that, yes.
Hi, I'm remembered my question. Are you really friends with Iron Man?
Yes, I am. I'm definitely friends with Iron Man. Yes.
Sarah from My Personal Blog. Would you like marshmallows with that?
Marshmallows? Yes, I love starting fires and arson. No, all right. Yes, you were there.
This is Drake from OVO. Do you put milk in the brown kush?
Yes, in the back. Yes, you.
Okay, hi, Peter. That's all I have. Do you prefer powdered or melted?
Alright, I don't know what's happening.
I definitely prefer melted over powder. Yes, Trevor.
Don't you also hate it when people use water instead of milk? Isn't that just the worst?
Yes. So, I'm very passionate about my cereal and.
Hi, Peter from Parker.
Yes.
Are you excited that your newest movie won an Oscar?
I'm an Avenger, and I'm glad that I won an Oscar. Yes.
Do you feel like when you committed this crime with the brown kush that you were sort of in a bind? Would you say a web?
Oh yes, as Black Widow.
Okay. From webs only.
Yes.
Would you say you like to boil or heat your shit up in the microwave?
Oh God, guys, I'm a superpower that has or superhero that has... Okay, no superhero.
You are a superhero.
Yes, okay, yes, you put
Hi,
that.
spider from man.
Yes. Yes. I'm Spider-Man. I did something with a hot beverage. Yeah, or some sort of
Hi,
beverage, yes.
Swiss from Miss. Do you let it cool before you drink?
No, I actually like scalding hot chocolate. Alright. We're gonna do that again with Jordan.
Yes, Jordan.
Alright, we gotta keep it at a low because I have to be able to hear you guys. The mic.
Yes. Me?
Okay. As long as everyone who personally knows me agrees not to attack me, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm narcissistic, I guess. What did I do?
What didn't you?
What do?
I what?
Thanks.
Yes.
She? What's that girl's name? Aunt Becky.
Yeah, I wouldn't let them do that in rehearsal, so we can do that here.
So she's me and tried to get her children into college. It's shitty college. Okay. Good?
Oh, no.
What?
Does she know the news?
Yeah,
she
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, she's
clarified.
We good? Yes. Yes.
She tried to get her kids into a state school.
Yeah, with mine.
She tried to bribe.
And fake photos.
I always meant
She paid for them to be on the rowing
All
team.
right.
So let's welcome back our criminal.
All right, welcome. Yield some questions.
Hi. Yes.
Hi, someone from Improv. Do you consider women funny?
No. Yeah.
Hi, somebody familiar. Why not a better school?
Ooh, that is a lot to unpack. All right, yeah.
Hi, I'm Michael from Harvard. I was just wondering why you decided to run for president.
Well, better than Trump, right? Yeah.
Hi, new kid. Would you say that you like to use your power against your peoples?
Passionately. Yeah?
Hi, that over there. My question is, where did the money come from?
Ooh, what did I embezzle? Ooh, is this something about the college scam? Figure out who it is. It's not the woman from Full House. Yeah?
Hi, I'm the lady from New in Town. Can I get a variable?
No. Yeah.
Yes, Madam President, what's your plan for next year?
Fuck bitches, get money. Yeah, you.
Hi, someone from Improv again. Are you okay with being late to rehearsal?
Came out her whole life.
Hey, the naps are worth it, man. Call me out like that, okay? Yeah.
Hi, yes, concerned improv members. Are you really done with math majors?
Dang.
Am I Ashley?
I wasn't late. I was at a job training. Who was there? All right. So, what? What? I love you guys. All right. Tatiana, get out. We're gonna do this one more time.
Yes. Please.
We will not make any
Please have a
jokes.
blue face.
Absolutely
Blue face.
Can I have someone you'd really like to meet at a mall?
Wait, just
Blue face. No.
Yes. Yeah. Can we have something? We're gonna do Chance the Rapper. What did he do?
Not wear a hat.
he killed his bird.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so it is Chance the Rapper. He killed a Smurf. Good. Got it. Okay, Megan.
Is she having an asthma attack? Tatiana, stop drinking the Slurpee. Hello, welcome to Shameport.
You have a problem.
Oh, I have to talk in this?
No.
Yes, you.
Hi, I'm me. What do you have against blue people?
I'm not gonna say anything racist.
Never mind, it's bad.
You in the back there, yes. Yes, you.
Hi, name from publication. How did it feel being caught blue-handed?
It felt bad. Oh no.
Okay, this is Fetty Wap from, yeah, baby. Yeah, I am. How does it feel that you just got married?
Oh, it's a dream come true. Yes, you're back.
Hi, Megan from here. Do they stain like berries?
Yeah.
Quavo from Momo. Why do you wear that fucking hat all the time?
Oh, fuck! Okay.
Hi, Pharrell from Eggs. Do you think that this could hurt your rap career?
I think, yeah, maybe, quite possible, yes.
The new kid. Would you say they're anything comparable to Avatar? I'm just curious.
I genuinely don't know. Yes.
Blue face, baby. Does your hat always have the number 3 on it?
Oh, ha ha ha. Yes, I won 3 Grammys, so. Charlie?
Hi, Drew Carey. How did you find their secret village?
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not positive, so I'm gonna let him ask his question.
This is Fetty Wap again. Did it feel good stepping under your foot?
Okay, so I'm Chance the Rapper.
Yes.
Yeah. And I stepped on a bunch of Smurfs.
Killed them, but yeah. Yeah, but I mean, that would do.
Yeah.
All right, can we have the members back up on stage?
Okay, get out.
So now we're going to do a sketch called Women's History Month. I'm going to give them a second to set up. You can be in the light. Okay.
Good morning, class. As you all know, March is Women's History Month. Does anyone want to tell me something about women's history? Yes.
Women's History Month is about women?
Nice try, Sam, but we're actually trying to focus on women's history. Does anyone know anything? Jasmine?
Women's History Month is about women in the past and how far we've come.
Good job. Did you know that just 100 years ago, women couldn't even vote?
I wish they couldn't vote now. My daddy says women's rights are only for ugly ladies.
Johnny, women's rights are for all women, even the ugly ones. Does anyone else have something they'd like to share? Anyone? Anyone at all? Ben?
My mom says that women are better than men because they take out the trash on time.
One time, my mommy asked my daddy to give it to her. And then he said he would give it to her. And I don't know what they were talking about, but it must have been women's rights, so I guess we solved that problem.
That's not how it works. Holy shit! Okay, we're gonna switch gears a little bit. Does anyone else? Megan, yes, please. Oh my God!
My mommy told me that Women's History Month was about forward social, political, and economic movement of women as a whole, while also critically looking into our past, about how we've treated marginalized groups of women, while simultaneously highlighting their underrepresented stories in a world that is too preoccupied with the successes of white, straight, privileged, cis women.
Man, that was beautiful. I've always loved your mom. She teaches you so many wonderful things, yes?
My mom also says you're a whore.
We love women. So now we're gonna play a game called Foreign Film Dub. That's for Gabby, Sophie. That's not your name. Your name's Kyla. No, Sophia's here too. It's what happens when you rely on pronouns. So in this game, Gabby and Sophia in the middle are going to be acting out a scene for us from a random movie scene, not like a particular one, just a random genre. And the two on the outside, Kyla and Megan, are going to be translating the gibberish that Gabby and Sophia will be spouting. So, can I have a weird movie genre?
Disney Channel original.
We have never, ever gotten that variable, and it's definitely... Who said that? Raise your hand. You're a genius. Thank you so much. You're in Laugh Out. Shout out to Laugh Out. All right, so Disney Channel original movie, and can I have something that you would like to pollute the planet?
Crumpets.
Things you would like to have a lot of, essentially.
Nutella.
Hamsters.
Nutella?
Yeah.
Bread.
Red Bull.
Kyla's. I would also like a lot of Kyla's. Somebody say cough drops?
Hamsters.
So, condoms, Disney Channel movie?
Yes!
Your genre is Disney Channel movie, your thing is fucking condoms. Not fucking condoms.
Golly, Troy, I didn't know you could sing this well.
I can not only sing, but do other things.
Like dance?
In the bed.
But wait, you got a condom, right?
What are those?
They're like grocery bags for your dick.
What's a dick?
It's like a noodle. But dances.
Can it be long?
Not yours, you're in theater.
you. I don't know who said. Oh, thanks, Danny. Okay. Hello, my name is Charlie. I'm going to do some stand-up for you today. So, who else was forced to play sports at a young age? I feel your pain. I was forced by my mother to play soccer from the ages of 6 to 10, and I did not enjoy it. I had about as much usefulness on a soccer field as a walrus with no limbs. Everyone assumed that I would be good at it because my sisters are sports whizzes. That is not correct. Sports talent is not genetic, and I'm the living proof. But I pushed through it for a few years before I finally quit. And there were a couple of incidents that led to me finally quitting. My final soccer team, what the fuck, shut up, was not very good, evidenced by the fact that I was on it. But my coaches would always keep me in the first quarter of every game. They keep me on the bench, and then they put me in the second quarter. And they didn't do this with anyone else, so I found this peculiar. And when I finally asked them about it, they were like, "It's because you're our secret weapon." This implied to me that I was the best player on the team, and it was at that moment that I realized how desperate my coaches actually were. Because if I'm the best player on your team, you're fucked. So, we are playing a game of soccer against another team of equally capable soccer players. It's about third quarter, I don't know. I don't remember what the score was, but I know we were losing. This other girl on the other team has the ball, and I get the genius idea to run ahead of her, get in front of our goal, steal the ball away from her, and score and win glory, I guess. I don't know. So I turn away from the girl who has the ball, as one does when you're trying to run as fast as your little sausage legs will carry you. And I'm running, and I'm feeling great. And then all of a sudden, I'm on the ground, just face first on the ground. I don't remember how I got from upright to the ground. And I was just like, this is an interesting development. So I pick myself up and dust myself off and back in the saddle. And I'm ready. It's like, okay, let's keep going. And I turn around and my team is doing a penalty kick. And I'm like, what? What happened? And then I think, how long was I on the ground for them to set up for a penalty kick? What happened? But because I'm 9 and have the attention span of a mayfly, I forget about it and move on. Fast forward to the end of the game. We lost. It doesn't matter. I'm sitting in the back seat of my mom's bright red minivan about to go home and eat some microwave chicken nuggets when I finally remember, oh yeah, that penalty kick. So I pipe up in my Alvin and the Chipmunks-esque voice, and I ask my mom, hey mom, what happened with that penalty kick during the third quarter? It was right after I fell, so I didn't see what happened. So my mom puts the brakes on in the middle of the gravel-covered parking lot, turns around and looks at me very concerned. Apparently, what had happened was, as I was running towards the goal, the girl with the ball decided to try and make a kick for the goal. She egregiously miscalculated, and the ball sailed through the air and connected with the back of my head, knocking me to the ground. So hard that I have no memory of this event to this day. I do not remember getting hit with the ball, only that I ended up on the ground afterwards. Most people would be concerned by this revelation, but I was like, oh, okay, let's go home. I quit soccer after that season, but I kept thinking that memory just was stuck in the back of my head for a while until a few years ago when I was thinking about it, and I realized nobody asked if I was okay. All of these people, my teammates, the other team, my coaches, the ref, whose job it is to point these things out, my mother, the dozens of other parents watching this game, they all saw chubby little 10-year-old get beamed in the back of the head with a fucking soccer ball, hard enough to warrant a penalty kick, and nobody asked me if I was okay or even helped me up. I was on the ground for a solid minute, long enough for them to set up a penalty kick. And another one said nothing. My mother, upon realizing that I had memory loss and probably had a concussion, did not take me to the hospital because I, quote, seemed okay. My mom doesn't like it when I tell this story because she thinks it makes her look like a bad mom. But don't we all just need a blotch on our permanent records? Yes. So that's why I quit soccer, and also probably why I'm gay. Thank you.
Hey guys.
No.
Oh my God, Sarah. I don't know if you guys know, but we rehearse. All right, so we are playing a game called Left. Can I get a basis for a club like soccer or bubbles? The game is forward, Ashley. It's bubbles. Left.
Bubbles, I'm so sorry. Bubbles.
Left. All right, can I get a relationship with these two?
Girlfriends. Lovers.
But lovers, but with something else.
A mystery.
Like a little
Spicy.
spice.
Breaking up.
Oh, breaking up lovers.
Lovers with a side chick.
You're breaking up.
Lovers.
Lovers with a side chick.
Okay, Tati.
Can I get a subject for these two? Like
Subway.
I majored in Subway. let me put it in terms that maybe
I majored in theater.
Let's see if you guys can understand. A major.
Ballet.
Filmmaking. Can you guys do filmmaking?
Sure.
Why
not? All right.
All right, and can I get like a kid's toy that you always wanted?
Hamster.
Easy make oven.
A toy.
Easy make oven.
Stop it. Stop it. What's your variable?
Bubbles. Breaking up lovers.
Left.
Filmmaking.
Left.
Bopping.
And begin.
Aren't you having such a good time, Sally? Do you have asthma, Sally?
I have astigmatism.
That doesn't matter in this situation, Sally.
It does if I can't blow.
Do you want another astigmatism, Sally?
Left.
I don't know, you just don't listen to me anymore, and I don't think you ever have listened to me.
I don't listen to you because you slept with my dad.
Oh God!
Alright, costumes?
Didn't you bring them? I wasn't in charge of costumes. You put me in charge of the camera.
We're going over the checklist, Georgia. Just help me out. Look around and see if you see the things that we need.
But you put me in charge of camera. That is my job.
I know, but I'm saying help me out so we can make sure we're organized.
What is helping out?
Oh no. You know what? We have 3 hours to make this high quality film. What are you doing?
I thought we needed a subject video idea, so I figured Angry Charlie.
Actually, look what I got for Christmas. It's a Bop It. Bop It.
Bop it!
You just knocked it out of my hand.
Do you want to bop it later?
Left.
I know you're blind now, Sally. But I still think we should blow bubbles.
Okay. Where's the bottle? I think I have the wand, but this also might be a cactus. I don't really know.
He's in your hand, Sally.
This hand? Or this hand?
The other one.
This hand? Is it this hand?
Aren't bubbles beautiful, Sally?
So, you got revenge. You slept with my mother. How does that make you feel?
It was hot!
Wow. I never thought somebody would say that about my mother, to me, to my
Well,
face.
you evidently said that to my dad, so I just, have to even out the score.
Listen.
Don't penalize me because I'm bi.
Listen, I'm not going to penalize you for that. I'm going to penalize you because you slept with my mom!
You slept with my dad!
That's different!
You also had my hamster in the microwave.
Your hamster deserved it! He
This film is unusable. You completely used the wrong angle for my face.
No, I used the right angle. I used it from here.
You made me look like I have 5 chins.
And your point? I'm showing reality.
There's no undoing that. So if you guys were at this last show, we did a sketch called Bread Man. This is Bread Man Part 2, and you're welcome.
What's happening?
Bread man, he's gotta get that bread. Bready or not, here he comes. Bread man. Volume 2, Just Desserts. This week in the adventures of Bread Man, watch as he joins up with the superfoods to take down the sickly sweet sucrose sisters.
Come rain or shine, we must defeat the Sucrose sisters before they take over all of Pennsylvania.
God damn it, Bread Man! Don't you think we know how dangerous those girls are? They'd like to do nothing more than to mash me up and cover me in whipped cream. I'm just telling the truth, you little butterballs.
Be that as it may, we have another matter to cover before we deal with that sticky situation. We have a new member to initiate into our healthy lifestyle. Bread Man, yeah ma'am, I am pleased to introduce to you Sausage Sally.
Jello! Hello. It's nice to meet y'all. I'm ready to steak into those little sucrose sluts.
With all of us working together, their plans are sure to go awry.
Yeah, they're the worst brats I've ever seen.
It's time to stop loafing around.
I am free, Bread Man, so what's the fun? Plan. Let's bring home the bacon.
Your enthusiasm is amazing, but the sucrose sisters are nothing to play with, baby doll.
I gotta say, something's fishy about her. She's been acting awfully sweet.
Kapow! Do not move! I'm chocolate and I'm not afraid to use it.
I have a T-bone to pick with you.
I tiramised you. I am so confused.
She's been a sucrose sister the whole time? The deception! Chibana, explain yourself! None of this makes sense!
You deserve to be overthrown. We sent you thousands of letters asking to be in your league of food-related superheroes, and you never responded once.
And for putting us through this heartache, we vow to destroy you.
All you needed to do was put in an application on our website. We have a secret lair. We don't take anything by mail anymore. Who the frickety frackety fuck were you sending us letters to?
You guys are super skilled supers, and we'd love to have you on our team.
Yes, Kenzie.
Hello, guys. So I decided to write all my notes on a sticky note, and it didn't stay sealed together. So that was a bright idea on my end. All right. So, do you guys like the TV show Friends? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Love that. Love that. So, I first got into Friends and rediscovered it during my high school experience, middle school to high school, and all the friends in my little peer group wanted to be the characters when we grew up. So some of the people wanted to be Rachel, who was the fashionista and super popular. Some people wanted to be Monica and have their life completely organized and also pursue the career that they want and get paid for it and make bank. That sounds ideal. So some people were just, really confident in their weirdness, and they really wanted to be Phoebe. And I just wanted to be a successful adult, guys. I didn't care which character I was. I got to college, and I realized what adulting is actually like. All right, so it's you take this little baby bird, and you clip its wings, all right? And then you give it a theater and English degree. And then you just throw it out a window. I can't fly, guys. I can hardly cook for myself. I've tried cooking, right? I've tried making slice and bake cookies. The ones with 3 steps, you open the package, put it in the pan, and stick that in the oven. I turned it into some sort of soup casserole. You could stir it with a spoon. I wouldn't be Monica. I'm also not a good driver. I try to be, I really, really do, but I have a bad habit of accidentally switching into the wrong lane without realizing it, or stopping at green lights. I think my driving style is hysterical, definitely sitcom worthy, but all my passengers actually think they're in a horror film. Okay. So I can't handle adulting very well, at all. The whole quote of life sucks and then you're gonna love it. Life is sucking and I'm still waiting for that love it part. My aunt, who's this beautiful green-eyed Marine, and I decided to try to love life back in the summer, and we wanted to treat ourselves to a nice brunch date. I don't get to see her that often, so it was a nice family bonding thing. We got to the place, and we pulled into these 2 cars, in the parking spot next to 2 cars, and got out, and this semi-truck decides that it has the nerve to pull in and block us in and stop and start delivering food, unpacking food to deliver into this restaurant. And we're okay, we're adults, we can handle this, we're gonna go in and eat, they'll be done when we're done, so we'll be able to get out. So we go in, and this lady comes out, and she's this seemingly sweet Southern lady, and she's oh, you can't eat here, we're out of electricity, you're gonna have to leave. And we're okay, cool, we're reasonable. If you guys wouldn't mind just packing up your ramp and your food supplies and shimmying your truck over just a little bit, it'll take you 10 minutes tops, we can get out of here and continue on our way to brunch because we are starving. And she's oh no, I'm your jailer now. I'm gonna keep you here. So she doesn't move the truck. So we're okay, that's strange. Central Perk would never have treated us like this. So we're waiting for this truck to move. We're behind bars. This jailer is just insistent that we stay here. 15 minutes pass. 25 minutes pass. 30 minutes pass. We are starving. Imagine oh my gosh. So my aunt was really hangry at this point, right? So imagine Ross Geller when somebody ate his Thanksgiving turkey sandwich. She was hangry. And we were at the point, like, it was so hot outside, my car was baking, and if they gave us an egg, we could fry it on the roof of my car. So, like, they could have done that. They could have been nice, but no, we were trapped. My aunt's eyes were, like, raging with this green fire of first world starvation. We were starving. So we had to escape, logically, right, as you do. And so we're sandwiched between the two cars, and there's like this little leeway for us to escape between the truck and the rear end of my car. So my aunt gets out, and she's like, I can help you back up. And so she's like, you're good, you're good. And then in complete Ross fashion, she says, pivot! And then she says, you're good, you're good, you're good. Pivot! 36 more times. At this point, the our jailer comes over. She's been eyeing us. She is hating us. She wants us to disappear like Ross's kid did, Ben. You remember him? Yeah. She wants us to vanish. So she comes over and she's like, you know, if you hit any cars in this parking lot, you're liable for the expenses. Like, no shit, Sherlock. That's how cars work. Her ears are fuming smoke. Her little devil horns are appearing. Like, all right. So with dealing with this lady, I, as a really mature, responsible adult, decided like, okay, cool. And I proceeded to back up and hit the semi-truck. So that was great. Long story long. I think this accurately represents life and adulting, right? You're stuck in a parking lot. It's hot. Everyone around you is at fault. They're all blaming you, and you're tired. You're hungry. You've tried to do a 36-point turn around your life, and you've gotten nowhere. I like to think I've gotten a little bit more successful at adulting since then. I can now make scrambled eggs in addition to soup cookies. I like to think, I will be more successful next year. I still think my life will be like a sitcom in a way, because the roommates I'm living with, we've got a drag queen, a law student, a writer, and I am the wonderful actor. And so I guess that means I'm Joey.
Let's hear it in for Kenzie. She's a senior. So now we're going to play Scenes from a Hat, which is directly from you guys. And can somebody, yeah, thank you. So I'm going to read out these scenes, and our lovely, I'm just going to use, our lovely members are going to be acting out these scenes for you. So, our first one, we didn't explain it well enough, and that is clear now.
It's all good.
What can you, okay. So these are going to be themed based on your cards, because that's cool. Are you serious? Is this for real? Oh my god. Did you turn it off? Maybe. So, nope. Okay, this is the worst part of the show. All right. So, something that you can say to your adopted child, but not your real child.
Oh gosh. Wait.
You from Africa?
You were wanted.
You're adopted.
There you go. Oh, okay. I handpicked you myself.
Your mother and your other mother really love you.
Thank you.
Wait. You're my last resort.
trouble for your life.
You are the fruits of my labor.
We're not doing this one. I thought somebody had their hand up. We're not doing this one, but I just wanted to let you guys know someone in the audience wrote on a flashcard, having sex. And that's it. Our love is not for your consumption. Okay, this one says tripping during recruitment running home, but we're gonna do things you can say in a sorority but not in real life.
Oh, so many things. Are you ready for the blood pact?
I'm so excited you're my sister.
I have 100 sisters.
I finally feel like I'm at home.
Okay, so this one says meeting your mortal enemy at McDonald's. I like it. We're gonna do things you can say to your mortal enemy, but not your normal enemies. No, I'm sorry, I meant friends. I just thought it was funny.
That's an oxymoron. My mortal enemies are my friends. You're my mortal enemy.
Wait, come here.
Okay.
I'm pissed that you broke my hand in 8th grade, and I never want to talk to you again.
Oh my gosh, that's a backstory.
You're not my friends because you're my mortal enemy.
Okay.
Brilliant.
That's why your mom's in a fucking wheelchair.
Oh God!
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya.
That was a solid
Okay.
Something you can say to your in-laws, but not your real parents.
Oh no. I fucked your daughter.
I really don't want you in my family.
I'm here to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage.
Yeah.
Get it? Because you've been marrying your sister.
That was the same joke. That's my joke. Okay. Okay. Unfitting pet names.
Oh, I know.
Patricia.
Asswipe.
Your dog.
Come here, replacement for my college-age kids.
That happened to me.
Come here, Henry VIII.
What an infertile dog.
Come here, tripod. You're so cute.
Oh my God. Come here, stupid whore. Come here.
Good? Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, go for it.
Come here, you little sucrose slut.
She said sucrose slut, but it was too high a hertz for any of us to do.
I do that when I get nervous.
Only a dog heard that.
Okay, so again, okay, we're just aiming not to get homophobic, but this one says coming out as straight. So I'm gonna do things you can say as a member of the queer/LGBT fucking community, and I'm part of it. I can make jokes, but things you can't say as a straight person.
Isn't it great being marginalized?
As a straight person, I think I can say that. Yeah, because I'm black.
All right. I love the social commentary. So we're gonna do one more. Yeah. Okay. What won't get you a girlfriend?
Whipping that shit out.
Okay. Come here, you little sucrose slut.
Hey, I'm the girl who catfished you.
Wait, can I do it?
Yes.
You're fine. So no head.
Alright, so I'm just gonna send her an unsolicited dick pic, but I need you to hold it for me.
person and send that to her over Snapchat.
Yeah, it's real. Alright, so like, I have a condom that's like 2 years old. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
I still live with my parents.
I've been the one stalking you.
Hey, I don't have a condom, but I have a plastic bag. Would that work?
Get a hefty.
No. I go to anime conventions. Are you down with that?
Yeah.
Wait,
But I was nice to you that one time.
Did you see me on that one episode of Hoarders?
I go to furry conventions. Are you fine with that?
Will you carry my 10th child?
Do you want to be my next conquest?
All right, awesome. So you guys can sit back down. We're gonna do. Hey Megan, did you print that thing out? Can you give me your phone? So those of you that are here, that were here last time, once again, we have no originality. We have wrote a continuation of Bandersnatch. So that will be read. Hey, do you? How's everybody doing? Does everyone know about our Greek letters? Oh, it won't make sense if I... Okay, actually, yeah. So our Greek letters are delta, alpha, delta, delta, upsilon. That spells daddy. Anyway, let's start the sketch.
That's my daddy.
That's my daddy too.
My daddy.
All right, so you guys are going to... I'm going to give you guys choices, and you're going to tell me what choice you would prefer. This is the day in the life of a freshman college student. Welcome to college. The definition of overworking yourself to get a job, where even your free time activities are really work in disguise. That's right. Today, you're going to join a club. How do you choose to get involved? Club fair or play it safe and network?
Club fair.
Okay. You walk into club fair. Immediately, you are assaulted by flyers. Your options range from joining a cult to anime club. Every minor interest has been exploited, draining the life out of all of your favorite things, just like your depression. Eye contact becomes a trap, and you spend most of your time looking down. Too late, Gabby, let go of her. Too late. You catch the eyes of a zealous recruiter. Do you approach or pretend to be interested in the next table? Approach. It's your worst nightmare become reality. A beautiful girl with a siren-like voice beckons you closer. Her pastel blue shirt or black shirt and blindingly white teeth draw you in. You sign your name to join the email list. Far in the distance, you hear your mother scream. It's too late. You've ignored your grandfather's dying words and joined an a cappella group. You die. Do you approach the recruiter or do you go to the next table?
Next table.
Good choice. You quickly veer left. A ripped tablecloth and a few pieces of candy catch your eye. Free candy? You're sold. Are you funny? One of the recruiters asks you. You've never been funny in your life. But clearly neither have these girls. Sure, you say. They descend as one, chanting ominously about a new recruit.
Daddy, 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 daddy.
When you open your eyes again, you're on the email list for an improv comedy club. You always knew you'd make bad decisions in college, but you just assumed it would be fun things like cocaine. Is one club enough, or do you join another?
Join another! This is CNU.
What the hell? You decide. Your club virginity has been taken, and you quickly capitalize on this, joining club after club. You pass seniors who clearly only came to club fair for the free nachos, and join them. By the time you leave, you've got 3 new t-shirts, committed to 2 new religions, and sold your soul to her campus. Congrats. Do you go to the interest meetings or skip them all? Skip them all. You take life by the balls. Planning ahead? Don't make me laugh. You're in college. No one actually looks at their planners. You take a shot at the first group you can think of. You join Bubble Club, a calm environment dedicated to the art of blowing bubbles on the Great Lawn. You find inner peace, go on to be a motivational speaker, and you live to old age, surrounded by a loving family. You die, but don't we all? Do you go to the interest meetings or do you skip them? Yeah. You foolishly attend an interest meeting. Most of them lackluster PowerPoints about logistics you couldn't care less about. Everyone shares fake smiles, knowing that once you've attended, you're committed. You space out and miss part of the conversation. When you snap to, the Improvocateurs president is waiting in front of you, asking you to join the blood pact. Do you accept or do you turn me down? I heard a very enthusiastic turn her down. She shakes her head. How sad. That's all right. You had to schedule time for a nap anyway. That night as you crawl into bed, you can't shake the feeling that someone is watching you. You try to shake it off, but as the night wears on, you notice a figure at the foot of your bed. You blink. It doesn't dissipate. Why weren't you at club, Ashley asks. You die. Do you accept my blood pact? Yes! Great. Take the knife. You've committed. Vaguely, you remember your mother saying she'd disown you for joining an improv club. You gripped the knife. You had nothing better to do every week anyway. 3 fast-paced weeks of dildo jokes and awkward laughter later, your very first show is announced. Do you perform or do you sit it out?
Perform! Do it!
I don't know if you guys... You perform. Variable and switch become sacred words. You're classically conditioned to salivate at the word scene and live your life following those principles. Whenever someone says something you don't like, you scream, "New choice." Your father asks if improv is what made you gay, and you say,
"No, father, I made improv gay."
As I read these words, you start to wonder when scene will be called on your life. In fact, why hasn't it already been called? You sit up and look around. There's an audience staring at you in confusion. How did you get here? How will it end? You realize there's no script for what comes next. In fact, there's no difference between you and the audience. In a way, we're all doing improv until someone calls scene. You begin to feel clammy and cold. Reality is nigh. You die, or do you? That's it. Kind of a dark ending. Now we're gonna do I Like My Women, and we're gonna invite up 2 Improvoc alum. No, Danny left. We're gonna invite up 1. Hey, Brooke.
Yeah, Brooke!
Brooke goes to GMU, and now she gets food delivered to her electronically.
I need another one. Yeah, I know. Is that one on? Yes. No, it wasn't. That's the one you turned off. You guys heard that, right?
No. All right, so this is, yeah. Okay, can I get something that you would like to find in your candy on Halloween?
Drugs.
Yep. I asked for it. Anything other than dangerous things to kill children. Razor blades, fine. I like my women like I like my razor blades.
Alright, I like my men like I like my laser blade. I like my men like I like my razor blades. I shouldn't put it down my throat, and I still do.
That might have been the only one we had. I don't know. All related to the night. Cut it off.
All right, can we have something that you would love to see on the regattas menu?
Seasoning!
Cheese? Did you just say cheese? I'd love to see a chunk of cheese on the menu.
I want just cheese on the menu.
Just
cheese.
There's one.
A nice running
What?
Hot brownies. Hot brownies.
Hot brownies.
Hot brownies.
We're not doing I like my women like I like my children. Okay, guys. This is the longest this has ever taken. We're gonna do pot brownies.
I like my women like I like my pot brownies. I've never had a pot brownie.
I like my women like I like my pot brownies. I can only take a little at a time.
I like my women like I like my pot brownies. They make me feel a little tingly inside.
I like my women like I like my pot brownies. One has never been inside of me.
I like my women like I like my pot brownies. My uncle puts them in the oven for his wife.
I like my women like I like my pot brownies. I don't just get high on life, I get high on pot brownies.
I like my women like I like my pot brownies. I'm too afraid to try both.
She's a baby gay, it's okay.
How would you?
All right.
It's okay, we're all queer.
Oh, shit. This is the worst.
Next variable.
Something else, please, God. Something that you'd love to find in Texas.
Fruit Loops.
Did you go to Austin? They have a few.
The yodeling boy.
Yodeling boy.
I like my women like I like my yodel boy.
I like my women like I like my yodel boy loud.
I like my women like I like my yodel boy singing the high notes.
I like my women like I like my yodeling boy. You gotta go to Walmart to find them.
Man, I was gonna say Walmart.
I was gonna say Walmart. Okay. I like my women like I like my yodeling boys. Kind of screaming, but better.
I like my women like I like my yodeling boys, small and white.
I like my women like I like my yodel boy. Once seen at Coachella.
I like my women like I like my yodeling boy. They don't make sense when they yell at me.
I like my women like I like my yodeling boy. They've been on Ellen.
I like my women like I like my yodeling boy. Popular for a little bit, and then everyone forgets about him.
It's okay.
Can I get one last variable? Something, make it good. Something you would pay $500,000 for other than a shitty college.
Ellen DeGeneres.
She just said Ellen
How about a
DeGeneres.
shitty
What?
law school?
You guys keep talking at the same time.
Spaceship.
Parkour.
Parking.
Parking. All right, we were actually gonna do CNU parking, so I like my women like I like CNU parking.
I like my women like I like my CNU parking. There seem to be more rules every time I come back.
I like my women like I like my CNU parking. I don't.
Yes, there it is.
I like my men like I like my senior parking. No one knows how to pull out.
Beautiful.
I like my women like I like my CNU parking. They gave me 2 tickets in 1 day.
I like my women like I like my CNU parking. When you see an open space, you don't hesitate. You just ram it in there.
I like my women like I like my CNU parking. I gotta pay way too much to use it.
I like my women like I like my CNU parking. You need like a special sticker in order to pull in.
I like my women like I like my CNU parking. All of it gets canceled for football.
I like my women like I like my senior parking. Once you find a good spot, you never want to leave.
I like my women like I like my CNU parking. If you pay them $1,000, they'll let you go anywhere.
I like my women like I like my CNU parking. Non-existent like my sex life.
Oh!
I like my women like I like my men like I like my C&U parking. There's not a lot of space, but we find a way.
I like my women like I like my C&U parking, free after 5:30 and open on the weekends.
I like my women like I like my C&U parking, unavailable.
I like my women like I like my C&U parking. It wastes my time.
Whoa. I like my women like I like my C&U parking. The only ones open are handicapped.
Somehow I knew we were going to end on Caitlin, but I didn't know why. So we've got something small for the 2 seniors that are part of our group this year that are graduating. One is Kenzie and one is Gabby. You guys can come forward. So this is sort of a tradition. You can give it to him if you want.
Oh my God, the flowers.
Oh, the flowers. So we give our graduating seniors roses every year because they're red. And I just wanted to, if you guys want to say a few words too, but I just wanted to say like a hot thing about both of you. Kenzie has been in improv for 4 years and has literally dedicated like every second of her life to it when she could. And I'm really sad to lose her because we are similar and get along really well, and I love you so much, and I'm glad you're going to be in the area. Gabby joined this year. Gabby is also the president of an anchor organization and chose to do this in her free time. So that's how much she likes us or women or comedy. I'm really unclear. And we just really appreciated having Gabby take off her shoe and throw it in every single rehearsal. It was just like really on the nose. So she's also worked really hard and been really amazing and funny, and we've it's been a blessing to like watch you blossom and watch you perform. So if you guys want to say anything.
Guys, I'm not good at public speaking.
You're an actor?
Yeah,
You're an
actor! That's your job. I just want to say thanks to Ashley, thanks to this club for like always being there, and like we joke so much about like I don't know. We joke so much about so many things, but we also like come together, and this has just been like a marvelous opportunity. I feel like I did join a cult my freshman year, and I just have not left because I've enjoyed it so much. I'm brainwashed. It's been a great time.
Aren't we all?
So I'm a great public speaker because I'm a tour guide. So yeah. Just want to say thanks to the people who've come here consistently to like the 4 shows I've done. So yeah, Sydney, Bailey, Malik, Aladine, and Trevor, the boyfriend that I call Poppy. You know, every other time. I've only been here for like a year, but I've honestly enjoyed it. I'm very like intentional with everything I do, but this is the only fun like organization that I've done that hasn't like stressed me out really. So like absolutely love you guys. I now know that I'm a woman. And yeah, you all are great. We talk about Dick, Trump, and Tribble all the time. So it's great. Thank you.
All right, yeah. So now that's the end of our show, but we're going to do the raffle. Those of you that put your names in can stick around. We're going to have an awkward about 45 seconds while Megan goes and gets